ותשמע הארץ אמרי פי יערוב כמה תהליכים תזעקת לרעתי כשעירים עלי דשא והרים עלי רשת כי שם אדוני אקרא
I will do tefillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kitishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al debri Torah. Blessed are you, eternal, our Elohim, sovereign of the universe, that has sanctified us with your commandments and has ordained us in respect for the study of your word of the Torah. Please, O eternal Elohim, our Elohim, make the words of your Torah be pleasant to our mouth and in the mouth of all the people of Israel, that both we and our descendants, as well as the descendants of our descendants, and the descendants of your people Israel, be aware of your name and studiers of your word, Torah. For the sake of themselves, blessed are you, eternal, who teaches Torah to your people. Amen. Hallelujah. Shalom to all. Thank you for stopping by. This is your brother, friend, and servant Roy Ephraim Jaime under the International Ministries Restoring the House of Israel, Senior Roy Carlos Reyes, bringing to you every day a portion of the ALIYAH studies of the Torah. Today's Torah teaching, ALIYAH number 6, found in Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verses 20 through 24. Parashat VEYALEJ. Yet we will start reading from verse 17. Which says, Then my anger will flare up, and I will abandon them and hide my face from them. They will be devoured, and many calamities and troubles will come upon them. Then they will ask, Haven't these calamities come upon us because our Elohim isn't here with us? As we mentioned yesterday, the all-knowing Elohim is actually foretelling the actions of his people because he is all-knowing, and not only that, showing the consequences of their actions and how this act of idolatry was going to cause the Eternal to flare up in anger because of the holiness his character holds. Verse 18 says, But I will be hiding my face from them because of all the evil they will have done in turning to other gods. Verse 19 says, Therefore write this song for yourselves and teach it to the people of Israel. Have them learn it by heart, so this song can be a witness for me against the people of Israel. We are seeing the Elohim of all eternity composing a song for his people to remember. The Elohim that is all-knowing, the foretelling of their falling into prostitution and describing of what kind of character that this master has in zealousness to his holiness, based on the Torah. In Devarim chapter 31, verse 26 through 27 says, it relates how Moses orders the Levites to take this book of the Torah and put it next to the ark with the covenant of Adonai, your Elohim, so that it can be there to witness against you. The song and the book was to remind them of their condition, a rebellious and stiff-necked people who had problems sticking to what is good. Moses knew his days were numbered and thought of gathering the whole assembly of Israel to hear the words of this song from the beginning to end. Today, people tend to run from the Torah because they don't want to look at the perfect law that is able to keep them in line with Elohim's heart. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 21 says, "Then it shall come to pass that when many evils and tribulations come upon them, this song shall testify against them as a witness for the lips of their descendants shall not forget it, for I know the plan they are now hatching before I bring them to the land I swore in." Rashi interprets this word in reference to the entire Torah, not just the Song of Moses. According to him, the Torah will not be completely forgotten by the descendants of Israel. It is possible that Moses sang this song based on the Hebrew scale, and in that way, that scale was taught to Israel, never to be forgotten. This scale has not been forgotten by the descendants of Israel. Therefore, those who sing the songs of Zion shall learn to use the Hebrew scale, which sounds like this. Reading the song, "Hear, O heaven, and I speak. Listen, earth, to the words from my mouth. May my teaching fall like rain. May my speech condense like dew, like light rain on blades of grass, or showers on growing plants. For I will proclaim the name of Adonai. Come, declare the greatness of our Elohim, the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are just and trustworthy. Elohim, who does no wrong, he is righteous and straight. He is not corrupt. The defect is in his children, a crooked and perverted generation. You foolish people, so lacking in wisdom, is this how you repay Adonai? He is your father who made you his. It was he who formed and prepared you. Remember how the old days were. Think of the years through all the ages. Ask your father, he will tell you. Your leaders too, they will inform you. When Elion gave each nation its heritage, when he divided the human race, he assigned the boundaries of people according to Israel's population. But Adonai shared was his own people, Jacob his allotted heritage. He found his people in desert country, in a howling, wasted wilderness. He protected him and cared for him, guarded him like the pupil of his eye, like an eagle that stirs up her nest, hovers over her young, spreads out her wings, takes them and carries them as she flies. Adonai alone led his people. No alien god was with him. He made them ride on the heights of the earth. They ate the produce of the fields. He had them suck honey from the rocks and olive oil from the crags, curds from the cows and milk from the sheep, with lamb fat, rams from Bashan and goats, with the finest wheat flour. And you drank sparkling wine from the blood of grapes. But Yeshurun grew fat and kicked. You grew fat, thick, gross. He abandoned Elohim, his maker. He scorned the rock, his salvation. They roused him to jealousy with alien gods, provoked him with abominations. They sacrificed to demons, non gods, gods that they had never known, new gods that had come up lately, which your ancestors had not feared. You ignored the rock who fathered you. You forgot Elohim who gave you birth. Adonai saw and was filled with scorn at his sons and daughters' provocation. He said, I will hide my face from them and see what will become of them. For they are a perverse generation, untrustworthy children. They aroused my jealousy with a non God and provoked me with their vanities. I will arouse their jealousy with a non people and provoke them with a vile nation. For my anger has been fired up. It burns to the depths of Sheol, devouring the earth and its crops, kindling the very roots of the hills. I will heap disasters on them and use up all my arrows against them. Fatigued by hunger, they will be consumed by fever and bitter defeat. I will send them the fangs of wild beasts and the poison of reptile crawlings in the dust. Outside, the sword makes parents childless. Inside, there is panic, as young men and girls alike are slain, sucklings and gray beards together. I considered putting an end to them, erasing their memories from the human race. But I feared the insolence of their enemy, feared that their foes would mistakenly think we ourselves accomplished this. Adonai had nothing to do with it. They are a nation without common sense, utterly lacking in discernment. If they were wise, they could figure it out and understand their destiny. After all, how can one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to rout, unless their rock sells them to their enemies, unless Adonai hands them over? For our enemy have no rock like our rock. Even they can see that. Rather, their vine is from the vine of Sodom, from the fields of Amorah. Their grapes are poisonous, their clusters are bitter, their wine is snake poison, the cruel venom of vipers. Isn't this hidden with me, sealed in my storehouses? Vengeance and payback are mine, for the time when their foot slips. For the day of their calamity is coming soon. Their doom is rushing upon them. Yes, Adonai will judge his people, taking pity on his servants, when he sees that their strength is gone, that no one is left, slave or free. Then he will ask, where are their gods, the rock in whom they trusted? Who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings? Let him get up and help you. Let him protect you. See now that I, yes, I am he, and there is no God beside me. I put to death and I make alive. I wound and I heal. No one saves anyone from my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and swear, and surely as I am alive forever, if I sharpen my flashing sword and set my hand to judgment, I will render vengeance to my foes, repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. My sword will devour flesh, the blood of the slain and the captives, flesh from the wild haired heads of the enemy. Sing out, you nations, about his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will render vengeance to his adversaries and make atonement for the land of his people. When he had finished speaking all these words to all Israel, he said to them, take to heart all the words of my testimony against you today, so that you can use them in charging your children to be careful to obey all the words of this Torah. For this is not a trivial matter for you. On the contrary, it is your life. Through it you will live long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. That same day Adonai said to Moshe, go up into Avarim range to Mount Nebo in the land of Moab, across from Jericho, and look out over the land of Canaan, which I am giving the people of Israel as a possession. On the mountain you are ascending, you will die and be gathered to your people, just as Aaron, your brother, died on Mount Hor and was gathered to his people. The reason for this is that both of you broke faith with me there among the people of Israel at the Mrivat Kadesh spring in the Zin desert. You failed to demonstrate my holiness there among the people of Israel. So you will see the land from a distance, but you will not enter the land I am giving to the people of Israel. The folk song Hava Nagila is built on this scale. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 24, it says, and it came to pass when Moses had finished writing the words of this Torah in a book to its conclusion. This teaches us that Moses, no other, wrote the entire text of the five book of Moses, the Shumash, the Pentateuch. In the Talmud, there is a discussion about the last part of the Torah that speaks of the death and burial of Moses. Was it really written by him? Some say that Yahshua wrote that part, but others think that Yahweh dictated everything so that Moses would write this last part in this way. I will do tefillah. Thank you, Yahweh, for this awesome day that we can learn your word and get a glimpse of Moses' song so that it can remind us as your people Israel to remain faithful, to be faithful to you, not breaking your heart, keeping your blessing upon us. Toda Rabbi Yahweh Sebaot. Thank you all for dropping by, and we will see each other tomorrow, Elohim willing, for the seventh Aliyah. Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
Adonai, ki diritani, velo simachta, oy vayli, Adonai, Adonai, shivati elecha, Adonai, Adonai. Mashed potatoes or roasted potatoes? תשמע הארץ אמרי פי יערוב כמה תליתי תזעקת אלתי כשעירים עלי דשא וחיבים עלי רשת כי שם אדוני אקרא לעבודו אבינו השמיים ועד ארץ